Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Chase and Elizabeth sound the alarm as Finn remains resolute. The General Hospital spoilers for the Friday, June 14 episode focus on a determined Finn, while Chase and Elizabeth voice their concerns. Plus Gio, Christina, and Alexis help spice up the action. Interestingly, teasers suggest Finn, Michael Easton, is determined. Exactly what is he determined to do? Pay attention to his sobriety. Justify his actions ever since Gregory Harrison, died. Honor his father's legacy. Take care of Violet, Joe feel love, despite feeling so much despair and guilt. Finn is going through so much. This determined moment may be fleeting before he spirals again. Is the doctor feeling a false sense of determination, or is this all genuine? Finn's behavior has created a decent amount of drama for everybody who loves him. The collateral damage so far is his relationship with Elizabeth, Rebecca Hurst. Could he lose Violet or his job? Will he be able to get his act together before anything even more awful happens? Well, look for Elizabeth and Chase, Josh Swickard, to voice their concerns. They are most certainly worried about Finn and must feel helpless. And of course, Violet is at the top of their concern. They can't keep sending her to spend the night at Maxie's, Kirsten Storms. What will Chase and Elizabeth do about their collective worries? Advice and ideas. Christina, Kate Mansi, recently faced her dad, who tried to get back in her good graces. It mostly worked, but it would be justifiable if she still had some reservations. Maybe that's what she talks about with Alexis, Nancy Lee Grahn, when she turns to her mom for advice. If she's not talking about all things Sonny, Morris Bennard, who recently posted part 2 of his session with Steve Burton. Maybe she's seeking advice on this surrogate situation and its complexity. Finally, Giovanni Mazza, who talks about how he got this role here, has adjusted to his Metro Court pool duties fairly easily. The newest charmer in Port Charles pitches an idea. Does he want to combine his musical skills with his day job? Is the musician about to become a one-man house band that serenades MC pool attendees? Or put on a weekly concert for the folks who stick around after dark? Just putting those ideas out into the universe. His brainstorming could be about something completely different. In the bustling corridors of General Hospital, tension was palpable. The air seemed thicker, each moment hanging heavy with unspoken fears and unfulfilled promises. Detective Harrison Chase and Nurse Elizabeth Weber found themselves at the center of a brewing storm, their concerns sharpening into alarm as Dr. Hamilton Finn, unwavering and resolute, pursued a path fraught with peril. Elizabeth had always been a pillar of strength, her presence a comforting constant in the hospital's chaotic rhythm. Today, however, she moved with an urgency that belied her usual calm demeanor. Her thoughts raced as she navigated the maze of hallways, her mind fixated on Finn's latest project. The experimental treatment he was so fervently advocating for had raised more than a few eyebrows among the staff. Finn's determination bordered on obsession, and Elizabeth feared he was too close to see the potential dangers. Chase, ever the dedicated detective, had picked up on the undercurrents of concern. His instincts told him something was amiss, and Elizabeth's unease only fueled his suspicions. Together they formed an unlikely alliance, their shared history and mutual respect forging a bond that transcended their professional roles. Chase's protective nature and Elizabeth's nurturing spirit created a synergy that made them a formidable team. Elizabeth, Chase said, his voice low and urgent as he caught up with her outside the lab. We need to talk about Finn. Elizabeth's eyes met his, a flicker of worry crossing her face. I know, Chase. I've been trying to reason with him, but he's so convinced he's right. He won't listen to anyone. Chase nodded, his jaw set in determination. Then we need to find another way to get through to him. If this treatment goes wrong, it could be catastrophic. Inside the lab, Finn was oblivious to the growing concern around him. His focus was laser-sharp, his hands moving with practiced precision as he prepared the next phase of his research. The potential breakthrough he envisioned was within reach, and he was unwilling to let doubt cloud his judgment. To him, the risks were worth the reward, the potential to save countless lives overshadowing the shadows of uncertainty. But Finn's single-minded dedication was isolating him from his colleagues, and more importantly, from the people who cared about him. Elizabeth's heart ached as she watched him, his face etched with a determination that bordered on desperation. She knew Finn's motivations were noble, but his refusal to acknowledge the potential fallout was blinding him to the reality of the situation. "Finn," Elizabeth called softly as she stepped into the lab. "Can we talk for a moment?" He looked up, his expression softening slightly at the sight of her. "Elizabeth, if this is about the treatment—" "It is," she interrupted gently but firmly. "Finn, I know how much this means to you, but you're pushing too hard. We're all worried about you." Finn sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. "I appreciate your concern, but this could change everything. I can't just give up now." "You're not giving up," she insisted. "But you need to take a step back and see the bigger picture. If something goes wrong, the consequences could be devastating." Before Finn could respond, Chase entered the lab, his presence adding weight to Elizabeth's words. "Finn, I respect what you're trying to do, but we need to make sure it's safe. We can't afford any mistakes." Finn's eyes narrowed, a flicker of frustration crossing his face. "I'm not being reckless, Chase. I've considered every angle." "Have you?" Chase challenged, "Because from where we stand, it looks like you're too close to see the potential dangers. We're sounding the alarm because we care about you and this hospital." The tension in the room was thick, the silence heavy with the weight of unspoken fears. Finn's resolve was strong, but the concern etched in the faces of his friends gave him pause. He trusted Elizabeth and Chase, their judgment and their loyalty, and their worries weren't something he could easily dismiss. "All right," Finn said finally, his voice tinged with reluctance. "Let's review everything again. Together. I don't want to jeopardize anyone's safety." Relief washed over Elizabeth, and she shared a grateful glance with Chase. "Thank you, Finn. We just want to make sure we're doing this the right way." As the trio sat down to pore over the data, the atmosphere shifted. What had been a confrontation was now a collaboration, their combined efforts directed toward a common goal. Finn's expertise, Elizabeth's compassion, and Chase's vigilance created a balanced approach, each complementing the other. Hours passed, and slowly but surely they began to identify the potential risks and ways to mitigate them. Finn's initial resistance melted away as he saw the wisdom in their caution. The treatment, while still promising, required more refinement and rigorous testing.